So, remember we talked about planning ahead with compound interest and how very few people will do it. Everybody wants to plan ahead with savings plans. You want to make sure you have enough money in the bank for your child to go to college. You want to make sure you have enough money in the bank for retirement. Oh my God, I want to make sure we have enough money in the bank for retirement. We're looking at retiring now, and we know we don't have enough money in the bank for retirement. Holy cow, start saving now for retirement. Make sure you have a 401k because you will not get a pension. If you do manage to get a pension because you luck out with a government job that gets you a pension, still get a 401k because the pension will not be enough. Holy cow, get a 401k. Get a 401k because it won't be enough. Get a pension because it won't be enough. And make sure you're putting at least 15% into retirement. I'm telling you, I've learned a lot, and it was always way too late. Get serious about retirement early. Get serious about retirement early. Make sure you have enough money for retirement. Jesus, get me near the cross. Okay, so at age 35, we started saving because we didn't think we were going to get married. We started saving around age 50 for retirement. Just so you understand. We want to retire when we're 55 or so. That's not happening. Just so you understand. Not happening. I'll be working until I'm almost 60 or more. At age 35, you start saving for retirement if your investment, and still working after retirement, by the way. We have a pension. He has a 401k. I have been putting in for an extra retirement plan. Just saying, we were putting away and still not enough. Still not. At age 35, sorry, I'll stop rambling in a minute. At age 35, you start saving for a retirement. If your investment plan pays an APR of 6%, thank God. By the way, that's a great investment plan. Get a really good one. They have ones that do better than that. Talk to somebody. And you want to have 1 million when you retire in 30 years. For you, plan on having more than 1 million. How much should you deposit monthly? So, we talked before about if they tell you what you should have in the end, that's them telling you the A. You always need to start with the formula. Our formula got big and complicated, if you'll remember. It was the payment times 1 plus the APR over N close to the NY minus 1 over APR over N. That's the formula. I know them by heart. I use them all the time. So for you, they're telling you you want to have 1 million in the end. So our 1 million becomes our A. We talked about how you needed to be able to write 1 million. There's your $1 million. And your payment is what we don't know we need to put in right now. The one we got, the APR, they told us that's 0.06. The N, we're going to be investing monthly. So that's over 12. To the 12 times we want to retire in 30 years. Minus 1 over 0.06 over 12. Just like before, all of this stuff right here, that's all numbers. So we can figure out what all that is and then put that into our equation and do some fancy division, just like before. The thing of it is, it's getting a little complicated now to put it in. So you're either going to have to get really good with your calculator, or you're going to have to pay attention to how to punch it in with the old school calculator. So when you go to punch it into the old school calculator, remember you got the double parentheses, the 1 plus, and I'm writing it out because you can still punch it into the new fancy calculator with the old school way. 1 plus parentheses 0.06 divided by 12, close, close, because every fraction on the old school calculator gets its own set of parentheses. Exponent to the 12 times 30, close, minus 1, close parentheses for the bracket, divided by parentheses 0.06 divided by 12, close, and then you can press enter. And that's going to tell you what this stuff is on that side. So then you'll have your 1 million dollars is equal to PMT times, and instead of this stuff here, we're going to get what it's equal to, which is dun 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 1004.5. It looks like I tried to correct myself here a couple of different times, so let me type it in real quick and make sure I get the right thing out for you. So 1 plus, I'm going to type it in the old school way, thanks. 0.0625. Nope, that was the old problem. 0.06 divided by 12. Close, close. Exponent. Minus 1. Close. Divided by 0.06. Here. Gotta put parentheses around it. 0.06 divided by 12. Close, enter. 515. See? It happens here too. 5042. Okay. Then, just like before, since this is multiplied together, you can divide both sides by this. When you do that, you'll end up with your PMT equaling $995.51. You didn't think it was going to be small, did you? It's not cheap. You had 30 years, but it's not cheap. Currently, we're putting away over $2,500 a month, and it's still not enough. We don't think. For us. Okay. I'll stop being depressed in a minute about it. Okay. It's alright. Come back next time for example 3.